Hello, everybody. This is Murray back with you in this edition of the weekly news review podcast. This is going to be the newspapers for October the 4th, and I'm joined by my co-host, Hans Lemon.
Howdy, everybody.
And we're going to start off with Hans has shot some videos and some real interesting stuff. You know, last night they had the National Night Out, and they had it, Hallettsville and Moulton and Shiner, I believe.
They did, and they had it all over the nation, actually. So this is a national celebration since the 1980s, where police officers and other first responders go out and about in their town, and they go to block parties. And, well, yesterday I was actually following the Hallettsville Police Department. I got to ride along to all the different block parties that they went to. They were at the pool, the county pool, as well as the Hallettsville Youth Soccer League, soccer fields at least. And it was a great event. It was so much fun to see them playing soccer with all the kids and handing out badges and taking pictures with everybody. It was really encouraging to see. And I caught all that on video. And I posted a quick 1 minute video with an interview from the chief and a quick interview from one of the homeowners that welcomed the police to their home. And it was just so much fun. So like you said, that is on Facebook. And this is something new that I'm trying to do, where we're getting these short videos and putting them on Facebook. That way, while people can also read about what happened, they can actually get a visual. And
Exactly.
It's only a minute, but
Yeah, you can see it in your newspaper or you can see it online on the Facebook page. And I think it wasn't Bobby in Shiner.
yep.
He did some things too.
Yeah, Bobby was in Shiner. We had our little buddy Henry Joe Yasek over there in Moulton. So we had representatives everywhere. And next week will be Yoakum's Night Out, and that's going to be October 11th, I believe, at the Yoakum Community Center. But make sure to keep an eye out for that to celebrate and thank the first responders next week. I know that there's going to be a meal served, so yet another reason to go out there and thank our first responders.
You bet. We can't give these people enough credit, folks, for what they do. When you're in your bed asleep at night, well, they're out protecting and patrolling. And I know recently right here in Hallettsville, there's so many drugs come through here. And every time they stop a car, they're putting their life on the line because they never know what they're going to face.
Oh yeah, so a big thanks to them and a well-deserved national night out. And then also last week, actually on Saturday, I was in Yoakum, and this is on the back page of the Yoakum Herald Times, at the 10th annual Yoakum Rotary Club clay shoot. And this was so cool. It's a clay shoot where they're raising money for community projects. They had an incredible year, a great turnout with hundreds of shooters, 41 teams of 4. And then they also had the flurry shooting as well. So I caught that on video, got to talk to the event organizer there, and it was really great. I don't know if you do much clay shooting around here, Murray.
No, I've never. That's one thing I've never done. I've done a lot of other kind of shooting, but I've never done any clay shooting. Looks like it'd be a lot of fun. Didn't they have? Didn't he say that they had a lot of people from out of town coming to that?
Yeah, he said he had more shooters from out of town than from in Yoakum, which is a great sign. I mean, of course, we want to see more and more support from the Yoakumites, but it was great to see that we had people driving in from Crero, from Victoria, and from further beyond the Golden Crescent region.
So it's open to everybody. Is that right? I mean, anybody can come, and out of towners or whoever.
That's exactly right. And I even asked him if there was a minimum age, and he said as long as they're comfortable holding a gun, they know how to do it, and their parents have trained them and are comfortable with them competing, then they are welcome to it. And a group of local youth from DeWitt County and Lavaca County competed in the youth division, and they won first place. And I have some pictures of them on the back page there, fist bumping each other in celebration.
What is the safety? Do they have people that are in charge of safety or showing them how to handle guns? Maybe some show up that want to shoot, but they don't know how to handle a gun. I guess they have people there that can help them with that.
They certainly had a lot of pros there. And I saw that they were handing out some gear like glasses and earplugs, and then also they had I guess a safety speech is how you'd put it. Just before each round, they would meet together, and there were only the two different flights.
I see.
And they would give a some basic safety information on what the course was like, just so everybody was on the same page.
Well, the hearing protection and the eye protection is very important. I know when I bring my grandsons down and let them shoot, that's the first thing, eye protection and hearing protection.
Well, you asked me about what I was doing this week. What was going on for you this weekend, or at least what was in Hallettsville?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, I was kind of under the weather, so I didn't get to do all the things I wanted to do, but we did get some pictures actually from Jimmy Apple about the old cars, antique cars.
Ace reporter Jimmy Apple.
Yeah, ace reporter, senior reporter. He'll take all the compliments. But yeah, Jimmy did a little story on the old Pioneer cars. Those cars are over 100 years old, and it's amazing that they still have those on the road. And there's people that take interest in that, and it's a good thing that they have these things for the young people to see how the technology has progressed over the years. I remember I wrote a story one time about a one of the first cars that was in this county, and the car had came with a chassis that was too wide for the dirt roads. So some guy, I don't remember who it was, but he actually found the old buggy chassis and put the car on top of it where it would fit the road. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Maybe that was the first wide load to hold up traffic.
There,
And
there you go.
and then how about any sports this last weekend and I guess last week?
Yeah, maybe we need to just look through the sports. I know Hallettsville had a successful outing.
Yeah, I heard that there were a few wins all around town. We have our sports editor Mark Luby with the story on the Comanches, and it says that they took in a win over a district win rather over Bloomington. So congratulations to them.
Yeah, they pretty well run away with that one. It was quite a one-sided event.
Yep, 62 to 14. That's one of those games that's fun to watch if you're on the home side bleachers there.
Exactly. And the Brahmas in Hallettsville, they won 47-0 over Houston Kip Generations in collegiate school Friday night, and they pretty well scored at will. So they had a they had a good one too. And let's see, the Indians lost, I believe. Yeah, League City Bay Area Christian and Sacred Heart played, and the Broncos. I think they pretty well decided that one. But
And
as usual, these teams will be back. There's still a long season to go.
but as you were saying earlier, it was a mostly promising week in Hallettsville sports, especially Hallettsville football with or rather Lavaca County football with the Cardinals over there in Shiner winning 44-0 against Austin Brentwood Christian last Friday. Yoakum got a loss last week, unfortunately. They were bested by the Pirates against the Waco La Vega Pirates. So hopefully we can get back on a winning track next week.
Yeah, they ran into a pretty powerful team this time. And like I said before, every time you lose and every time you win, you learn something and you can improve from your mistakes and do good with your with what you've done. So it's always hats off to these kids. They work really, really hard at practice and so we got to give them kudos to get out there and try, and they definitely do that.
To round out our sports here, Moulton got some medalists in cross country when they competed in Shiner at the Green Dixon Park on Saturday. So congratulations to all the runners over there.
Didn't Moulton also have something about
Oh yes, you're right.
Grandparents' Day or something?
Yes, so there's a nice picture there on page 3, or a couple of pictures honoring Grandparents' Day at Moulton ISD. So thank you to all the grandparents throughout the county and all of our grandparent listeners out there for your relationships with your grandchildren. I know that they go a long ways.
Friends, we're about to wrap this up, I think, but I want to ask you again to please share these podcasts And hopefully, you listen every week and get something out of it. We're not going to do so much of just reading out of the newspaper. We're going to make an effort to actually have conversation, and we need your comments. We need your feedback. And Hans has started these videos, trying to do one every week, and you can get that on the Facebook pages of all the papers where he's covered areas, and we want you to see those things. We want you to share them, and we really do appreciate any feedback you can give us. Make some comments. You're not going to hurt our feelings, so we appreciate that.
Yep, we'd like to thank everybody for listening again this week, and we look forward to seeing you again next Wednesday for another Lavaca County News Review.
Thanks for listening, folks, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 22nd through September 4th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.